Yeah, hey everyone, welcome back to our last installment of Biblical Themes in American Literature. Our final two themes will be good versus evil and the presence and absence of God. Okay, so it should come as no surprise that in the Bible there is a battle between good and evil, whether we see it, the way the Jews do, in the sense that there's a good inclination in us and an evil inclination. The Yetzer Hara and the Yetzer Hartov. So if you picture the angel and the devil on the shoulder, that's kind of the Jewish view. Okay, there's kind of a war inside of us between these two inclinations. Okay, and for the Christians, there's kind of like more like a metaphysical war going on. Not only is there the spirit and the flesh going on, but you have God versus the devil. Okay, and the Jews don't believe in the devil the way that the Christians do. Okay, the devil is actually a good angel in Judaism who just kind of tempts us away from God to see if we'll be faithful to God. Well, in the Christian tradition, the devil is an evil angel. Okay, why is that? Well, in Judaism, the angels never fell, at least in traditional Judaism. Okay, and the Christians have a different view because some of the angels did fall for them and they became evil, and the ringleader is Satan. Okay, so long story short, in the book Night, we're going to see the forces of good and evil at work. Okay, I'm not going to give this Holocaust memoir away, but good and evil come on many levels. Okay, it could be the Allied forces going against the Nazi scum. Okay, and mopping the floor with Hitler. Okay, it could be that level of good versus evil. It could be more of a metaphysical battle, God versus the devil, let's say. But that brings us to our next theme, the presence and absence of God, because, one of the questions that usually comes up is where was God during the Holocaust? Where was God when any great massacre occurred throughout world history? Okay, and in this memoir Night, we see the narrator kind of slowly losing his faith. He's watching, little boys get hanged from a rope, and he says, there is God dying on the gallows. Where is God? And this was a big question that was raised not only during these events as they were happening in the 30s and 40s, but afterwards, even today, where is God? That's a big question. God seems absent. God might seem present at some points, and then all of a sudden something happens, and just poof, gone. Where is God? Is God still here? If God is still here, why is God silent, or why doesn't God step in? I mean, there are different ways to ask this question. Okay, so Night is going to get into these themes of good versus evil and the presence and absence of God. Okay, so I know there's a lot more we can do, but just for starters, we're just going to get a good working knowledge of these themes and see how they play themselves out in American literature, and also how they play themselves out in our lives. Okay, because we can go through each one of these themes, and that's going to be part of this week's assignment. We're going to go through maybe one or two of these themes and see how these themes have played themselves out in our lives. So we'll do a brief show and tell, because our lives might reflect the characters' lives that we'll read about, okay, and so on, okay. So, the story of the Bible is really the story of many lives of people living today. They follow a certain pattern, okay. We can always relate to these characters in the Bible, and that's why, these stories are still relevant. Whether they're true or not, that's kind of beside the point, but, they really give a good snapshot of the human experience, and that human experience is still happening today with people. Okay, everybody's got their creation and fall moment, their loss of innocence. They feel like they're enslaved, they're going to be set free, and I got the job I wanted, or I finally found that person that I want to spend the rest of my life with, whereas the person before was, oh my gosh, I was in slavery, It could be something like that. We all have maybe a war inside of us. There's the spirit and the flesh. Uh, maybe we're raised in a Christian home, and God was present, and then we went away to college, and read Nietzsche, and now God seems absent. I just had to throw that. I love Nietzsche. I had to throw that out there. Okay, so we'll do a brief show and tell with these before we get into the stories themselves. We'll see how they relate to our lives, then we'll get into the lives of the characters, okay? So, welcome to the new incarnation of Religion in American Life. This is the first time I've ever taught this class this way. I'm really excited. We got a lot of fun books and fun topics to discuss, so message me if you have any questions, and I look forward to seeing you in our cyber cafe. Over and out.